Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to a new video of Cambridge IELTS, and this is a video about the IELTS reading, and the question type is the most famous and the very important in IELTS reading, that is the list of headings. Most of the students feel that this is the most difficult part in the IELTS reading test, but after watching this video, believe me, your IELTS reading list of headings will become very easy for you. In this video, I am going to read the headings in the list first. I'm trying to get the main idea of the headings in the list, and after reading the headings in the list, I'm going to the passage and trying to read the first paragraph of the passage. After reading the first paragraph of the passage, I will try to match that paragraph with any of the headings in the list. Sometimes it happens when you have read the headings in the list first, and after reading the headings in the list, when you will move to the passage to read the paragraph, after reading the first or the second line of the paragraph, you will get the idea that that specific heading in the list I have read earlier is matching with that paragraph. So in this way, there is no need to read the full paragraphs. You have just need to read the first or second line of the paragraph, get the main idea of these two lines in the paragraph, and try to match that idea with the appropriate heading in the list. Secondly, you have to remember the synonyms and paraphrases as many as you can, because without the synonyms and paraphrases, it is not possible for any student to do the IELTS reading list of headings. So let's go to the test and try to solve the list of headings. Let's go. First of all, we go to the list of headings and read the headings in the list. In this way, we will be able to remember some of these. First heading is the probable effects of new international trade agreement. Effects and international trade agreement are the keywords. It means we have to find the expected or possible effects of trade agreement in any of the paragraph in the passage. Heading number 2, the environmental impact of modern farming. Environmental impact and modern farming are the keywords. Impact means effects. So we have to find the effects of modern farming on environment. Heading number 3, farming and soil erosion. Soil erosion means a process when water and wind remove soil particles. So we can say it is a state of earth when it is unable to produce crops. Heading number 4, the effects of government policy in rich countries. We have to find a paragraph in which government policies are described. Rich countries are the keywords. Heading number 5, governments and management of environment. Government is the keyword and management is a keyword. So we have to find any paragraph in which government strategies are described related to the management of environment. Heading number 6 is already done, so we can cross it. Heading number 7, farming and food output. Farming is a keyword and food output is also a keyword. Food output means the production of food, so we have to find a paragraph in which something is described about farming and food production. Heading number 8, the effects of government policy on food output. The effect of government policy and food output are the keywords. We have to find effects of government policy on the production of food. And heading number 9, the new prospects for world trade. New prospects and world trade are the keywords. Prospects means possibilities or likelihood. So we have 9 headings in the list, and obviously heading number 6 is already solved, and 5 paragraphs A, B, C, D and F. We can skip the paragraph E. Let's go to the passage and start reading the paragraphs. Paragraph A. The role of governments in environmental management is difficult but inescapable. The role of governments are the keywords and environmental management are the keywords. Inescapable means ignored. It means that the role of governments in environmental management is difficult, but governments often ignore to manage the environment. Sometimes the state tries to manage the resources its own and does so badly. The word state refers to the government. It means that the state tries to manage all the natural resources, but it does not do any good. So in these two lines, we have read of the role of governments for the management of environment, and secondly we have read that the governments cannot manage the environment. Let's go to the list of headings. Heading number 1, the probable effects of new international trade agreement. No, nothing is written about the international trade. Heading number 2, the environmental impact of farming. No, we have not read about the impacts of farming on environment. Heading number 3, farming and soil erosion. No, we have not read about farming or soil erosion. Heading number 4, the effects of government policy in rich countries. No, we have not read about the policies of rich countries. Heading number 5, governments and management of environment. Yes, because in the paragraph 1 we have read the role of governments in environmental management is difficult but incapable. It means that the role of government in the management of environment is difficult, but government ignores to play this role. Governments is the keyword. The word governments is also available in the heading number 5. Environmental management is also a keyword and it is also available in the heading number 5. So the right heading for paragraph A is heading number 5. Governments and management of environment, and we can cross the heading number 5 in the list of headings and we can write the Roman 5 in front of question number 14. Paragraph B. No activity affects more of the earth's surface than farming. Farming is a keyword. It means that farming damages the earth's surface. It shapes a third of the planet's land area, not counting Antarctica. Planet means earth. It means a third part of earth is used for farming and Antarctica is not included in this. And the proportion is rising. World food output per head has risen by 4% between the 1970s and 1980s. Food output is the key word. Food output means production of food. It means that between 1970s and 1980s, production of food increased by 4% for each person, mainly as a result of increases in the yields from land already in cultivation. Increases is the keyword and yields is the keyword. Yields means crops. It means that the humans try to get more crops from the lands which are already plowed. So in this paragraph we have read about the farming, that farming damages the earth's surface more than anything else, and 1/3 of earth is used for farming. Then we read about the food output or production of food, that between 1970s and 1980s the food output for one person increased by 4%. Let's go to the list of headings and we try to find the suitable heading for paragraph B. Heading number 1, the probable effects of new international trade agreement. No, we have not read about the trade agreement. Heading number 2, the environmental impact of modern farming. No, we have not read about the environmental impact. Heading number 3, farming and soil erosion. No. Heading number 4, the effects of government policy in rich countries. No, nothing is told about the rich countries. Heading number 7, farming and food output. Yes, because in the paragraph B we have read no activity affects more of the earth's surface than farming. Farming is a keyword. Then we have read it shapes a third of the planet's land area, not counting Antarctica. and the proportion is rising. World food output is the keyword. In the heading number 7, food output is also written. World food output per head has risen by 4% between 1970s and 1980s, mainly as a result of increases in yields from land already in cultivation. So we can cross the heading number 7 in the list. We can write the 7 in Roman in front of the question number 15. Paragraph number C. All these activities may have damaging environmental impacts. In the list of headings, we have read a heading about the environmental impacts. That's the heading number 2. The environmental impact of modern farming. So there is a clue that the heading number 2 is a right answer for paragraph C. Let's read the paragraph C further. All these activities may have damaging environmental impacts. For example, land clearing for agriculture is the largest single cause of deforestation. Land clearing is the keyword. Deforestation is also a keyword. It means that the biggest cause of deforestation is the clearance of land for agriculture. People cut trees to make the land clear for agriculture. And if we cut the trees, it will affect the environment. So farming has an impact on the environment. Therefore, our right answer for the paragraph C is heading number 2, the environmental impact of modern farming. Look how easy are the list of headings in IELTS reading. So we can cross the heading number 2 in the list and we can write the Roman 2 in front of question number 16. Let's read the paragraph D. Government policies have frequently compounded the environmental damage that farming can cause. Government policy is the keyword. In rich countries, subsidies for growing crops and price supports to farm output drive up the price of land. Subsidies is the keyword, which means that government provide financial support from government's funds. It means that rich countries give finance for crop production, and price supports to farm output drive up the price of land. That the support provided by government for farming production can increase the price of land. So this is the policy of government. And if you remember, there is one heading in the list about the policies of rich countries. Let's go to the list of headings. Heading number 1, the probable effects of new international trade agreement. No. Heading number 3, farming and soil origin. No. Heading number 4, the effect of government policy in rich countries. Yes, because in the paragraph we have read government policies have frequently compounded the environmental damage that farming can cause. It means governments try to tackle the damage done by farming. So it is a policy of governments that they try to overcome the damage done by farming. And then we read in rich countries, subsidies for growing crops. It means that the governments of rich countries provide financial supports for growing crops. And if we can scan the paragraph, we will find the names of countries like Denmark, Netherlands and New Zealand. So the correct heading for paragraph D is heading number 4, the effects of government policy in rich countries. So we can cross the heading number 4 in the list and we can write the Roman 4 in front of question number 17. There is no need to read the paragraph E because it is already solved. Let's read the paragraph F. As a result of Uruguay round of world trade negotiations, world trade is the keyword, negotiations is keyword. By negotiations, we mean discussions for an agreement. Is likely to be a reduction of 36% in the average levels of farm subsidies paid by the rich countries in 1986 to 1990. Likely means chance, possibility, reduction means cut off or reduce. It means that there is a chance that in 1986 to 1990, the rich countries will cut off the subsidized funds for farming. So this is an agreement. Let's go to the list of headings. And the heading number 1 is the probable effects of new international trade agreement. Yes. Probable means likelihood or chance, and in the paragraph we have read about the probable effects of Uruguay round of world trade negotiations or agreements. So heading number 1 is the right choice for paragraph F. We can cross the heading number 1, the probable effects of new international trade agreement, and we can write the Roman 1 in front of question number 18.